Palestinian journalist, Shrouq Al-Aila, has lived through, reported throughout the conflict and faced unspeakable hardship and loss while doing so. Shrouq joins us on the programme from Deir, al-Balah. Good to talk to you tonight, Shrouq. Just tell us about what the ceasefire looks like to you in Deir, al-Balah, what you're seeing, the conversations you're having today.
Well, today is just a historic day for all of us here. Like after 2 years of famine devastating, displacement, grief, and all of those unbearable senses. Thanks God, eventually we were able to say that the ceasefire is taking place nowadays, today, and at the 12 p.m. the ceasefire went into effect, and the people, the displaced people in the south, were able to return to the north, to their homes, to their neighborhoods, or what left and remained of their homes. Today, I've been able to touch this sense of hope in the faces of the people, even though it is a mixture of feelings actually and emotions. Like, people are totally satisfied, and eventually they are able to take a deep breath after 2 years of unbearable conditions. But now they can cheer up, even though they are also all of us are carrying heavy hearts, because war is not ending. Today, the attacks, the killing stopped today, but there's also another war that just began today, the war of navigating life aftermath. Navigating how to walk in a totally destroyed city, and with broken infrastructure, enduring the losses of our dear ones, and all of these things. It's not a thing that goes in a blink. We are not returning to the life before the war. Now we are enduring more hardships of securing the basics, the necessities, and so. But people are still showered with the uncertainty, because what happened in the first ceasefire on January this year, and after that ceasefire, after 2 months of this ceasefire, the Israeli army broke it. So today, all of us are happy and fighting at the same time for returning for the same point once again. So all of us, we cannot be satisfied and totally recognizing this ceasefire until the first phase of this agreement goes as planned, and then moving to the next phase. So the first step in this agreement is releasing the hostages, and then moving forward for the other steps.
When you talk to other Palestinians, friends, family, colleagues, as people you meet on the street while you're reporting, and we've talked before of the ceasefires, how fragile they are, and how it looked like this was not the beginning of an end. It could end any time. Does it feel different this time under the Trump plan? And what are Palestinians saying about Trump? Is there positivity?
This time we are having a different sense about the ceasefire. It is kind of soiled ceasefire, and we are all somehow optimistic. We are more optimistic than the previous one, because we have seen the pressure Trump have done here, has done in all aspects in terms of the government's pressures and everything to make it happen. So we believe that this is the real ceasefire, that the one that's gonna be held for a lifetime, and there will be what we wish, that there will be a lifetime peace after this. But even this optimistically, we're still having that concerns about releasing the hostages and then returning for the attacks once again. But as we have seen in the media and the agreements and the steps, and having the role of Turkey, Qatar, and Egypt, we have seen how many pressure that they made in the to put the two parties to go to such agreement with such elements to be agreed on. So we are way close for a peace time, a peace phase here for all of us here in Gaza. But hopefully, I can tell you this, we can confirm this in the next week after the releasing of the hostages, and then entering the second phase. Yeah, we can tell by this that if this is a fragile ceasefire or not.
And we talk about this last weekend, Shrouq. Now there is a ceasefire. We talk about what would happen if there is one. What will you do?
I didn't hear you properly. You meant if this ceasefire collapsed?
We spoke last weekend, didn't we, about what you would do, having reported on this constantly for 2 years. Colleagues of yours, we know one of my old colleagues, Rushdie Abu Alouf, left Gaza, went to Egypt, went to Turkey to report. What will you do?
I don't know. I still don't know. I know, it's not an easy question to answer. I don't know. I literally don't know. I still feel the uncertainty, actually. And I really wish to leave Gaza for a break. We deserve a break. It's not about break as well. It is about touching life once again. We are here talking about moving among the destruction. I miss seeing flat, beautiful streets, green areas, a decent infrastructure, to have a hot water for shower in winter, and to have access for the drinking a healthy, drinkable water, and all of these, tiny things that nobody ever wished, to have it. But I really feel that I have to touch this base once again. But this also depends, because according to agreement, the Rafah crossing border, which is the only gate that connects us from here to outside of Gaza, it will be also opening in the next few days. And let me say, if it is open, I believe many people are gonna leave Gaza, and also many people gonna return to Gaza. But all of us here, we deserve to have a holiday break outside of Gaza.
Shrouq, incredible courage, non-stop. It's great to talk to you, as always. Shrouq Al-Aila will talk to you over the weekend as this progresses. Thank you for your time for now.